Good morning, America. We're going to the field today. Yeah!
You've landed at Brendan Hunt Custom, where farm life, welding, and custom builds all come together. He's a 6th-generation farmer and fabricator, always working on something new, whether it's in the field, under the hood, or behind the welder. Around here, it's all about real work, real projects, and a passion for building things that last. Stick around. You won't want to miss what's coming next.
We've been putting on anhydrous. I haven't had my camera with me, and my drone hasn't been functioning correctly to really make any videos on it, but we're good to go now. So, first things first this morning, we're going to go out to Dad's tractor. We got to see if it needs a set of batteries or not. I don't know. He's talking about it starting really hard, and I don't know if it's just got old batteries in it or a weak cell or what the deal is, or if he's even just got a loose connection, but we're about to go find out. So I'll catch you guys out there. Okay, old gal sat for 3 days now, and it's been really cold. We'll see how she starts. Alright, tractor's warmed up, headed to the field. I've got Dad trailing behind me with the truck and the fuel trailer. Once I get to the field, we're going to top this thing off with fuel, and he'll run me back to my pickup. Then I'll get some tanks and we can get started, hopefully. It's finally starting to warm up. We're at 40 degrees now. It still feels like 22. But we're going to have a high in the 60s, so that's good at least. They've taken out the majority of the rain they had for tomorrow and Thursday. So I don't know, but here by the weekend it's going to drop back down pretty cold, and they've got a chance of snow for Sunday and Monday, and frickin' Missouri weather, man. Loaded up with fuel now. Me and Dad are going to run back to town, and there's still a little bit of frost in the ground. We're going to go work on some custom tickets at the co-op and make sure all of our rates line up and everything's good to go. This is also our makeshift fuel trailer that Dad threw together within like 45 minutes. What'd you say we were calling this trailer? Turkey Creek. Yeah, that's our knockoff Thunder Creek. Now we're going to be moving Dad's tractor to wherever the hell he's going. I think we're good. We're just going to send it. You're good. That's what I thought. Well, we got paperwork all taken care of. I just took a tank out to where my tractor is right now. Came back to town. It's 11 o'clock. Figured I'd just as well go eat me a bite to eat, and then we'll go to the field and see what we can get done. This is all running really good. I'm honestly kind of surprised, and you know, I figured since there was frost in the ground this morning it'd be pulling hard, but it's really not. I was running 11 gear, which is about 7.5 mile an hour when I'm wide open, and I was still running wide open. I could give her some more if I really wanted to, but where we're opening up this field right now, and I'm trying to get this little 1,000-gallon tank behind me emptied out, we'll just leave her where she is for now. Well, the damn wind decided it wanted to pick up, so maybe we'll put the drone up once we get down into the bottom. I'll at least walk you guys through how I do it real quick though. So I'm on our, I guess you could call it the front slope of the terrace. When I come up to the riser like this, I'm gonna come over, I'm gonna shut off my, maybe, we'll just turn it back on now. I usually turn off my left wing section so that I can float over and get my right wing down as close to that riser as much as I can. Now this is kind of a poor example because the terrace doesn't lay out how I normally do them. It kind of curves back around towards the road, but we'll get down to the end. So now when I turn around, I'm gonna come back on the front slope again. And now we're gonna follow what we just did. 9 times out of 10, I do not use my auto steer for this. We'll wrap back around. And now we're on the left-hand side of the riser. So I'm gonna kind of come in to where my section is not quite there, but like that. Come around that riser. And then now we can just wrap it right back out. Now that kind of zigzagged a little bit weird. I probably could have picked a better terrace to demonstrate this on, but it's okay. So now we're down to the end of this one. We're gonna come over to the back slope now. And we'll drop right on in. And then we're gonna hang our wing just to where it's barely touching that other row we just finished. And now we can wrap all the way around. And now, since I did not have my section going right here, because it hangs off and it wastes, we'll just follow through right here. And then that straightens everything back out pretty well. Now sometimes, depending on the field that I'm in, if they're not a very steep back terrace, I can usually just hop right up on the center of the terrace and then just follow it all the way around. And my wings will float down into either the channel or the back slope. We got this tank behind me empty now, so we need to get it unhooked and get it hooked onto the other tank I've got sitting above me. I apologize for the wind sounds. There's not much I can do about it. So first things first, before we can even unhook from this tank, I have to close all the valves, and I have to crack my bleeder valve sitting right here on the other side of my hose valve. What that does is, if there's any extra ammonia pressure built up between the two valves, it'll bleed all that pressure out before I can take it off, and that will prevent any kind of anhydrous from exposing to me. Successfully got hooked onto the other tank, but before I can do anything, I need to do my paperwork. Basically, when it comes to custom work, you want to keep track of what tank you put on where, how much you put on, how much you've done for that farm, and who it's for. So that was 23. Put the customer and the farm, how many acres, and then the rate. And then just like that, we are good to go. You guys know that saying of, you know you ain't farming unless you're breaking shit all the time? Well, that's not supposed to be like that. Damn rock ledges anyways. Let's get it fixed. So first things first, I've got my 3/8 Milwaukee stubby right here. I've got a 15/16 out of the tractor. Take my 3/4 off. We need to break this big 15/16 off first. That way we have access to getting all of these shear bolts out. Gosh dang, dude. That sucker's stout on there. Alright. Now we just gotta switch my socket, of course. Now we can leave these two in, but we have to take out these two right here. Okay. So now that we've gotten this far, you see these two shear bolts down here on the bottom. We're gonna pull them out like so. And then once I pull this one out, the top of the knife is gonna fall. Like that. Okay. Before we can put our new one on, let's take the old knife here. And then we need to undo this hose clamp right here. So all I do is take my pliers. If I can get them put on the right way, I'm gonna have to open them up. I'm gonna have to open my jaws up a little bit. Okay. Now you want to make sure you're holding the knife downwind, wherever the hose is going. It needs to be away from your face. Now we've got this clamped, we just slide it up like so. And we'll just twist it off. Dang, I had that on there a ways. Like that. Okay. I'll leave the hose blowing downwind. We'll stay upwind. Let me go get the new knife. Alright, we got our not necessarily new knife. It's used, but it's still in good enough condition. We can use it. So we'll take our top shear bolt, slide it through the hole. Okay. Why is this not coming? What am I hitting? Really? We'll take our top shear bolt, slide it through, flap it together like that. Do the same thing on the other side, like that. Alright. Now we take nut number 1, get him started. Number 2, get him started. Maybe. There we go. Okay. And then we take our impact. And then we send them home. We got moved over to this nice open bottom ground here, going around, and it appears I have found the frost line right here along this ditch and tree line. Old gal's pulling pretty dang hard, I tell you what. So I'm gonna leave a little bit of room right there. Oh, here we go, spinning again. Come on, baby girl. Oh, don't do that. Like I said, gotta love it. This is typically what happens when you put on anhydrous in February. And it's been cold, so it'll be alright though. We'll get around it, and I'll come back later and fill in once it's kind of dried out a little more this afternoon, and it'll all be okay. Let's put the drone up and go to work. Shots into me yapping. However, Ella Langley's new song just came on the radio, and I had to take about 5 minutes so I could jam out to that. And I completely forgot what I was even going to talk about. So let me ask you this, guys. Who's your favorite artist out there? What are some of their best songs that you like, and why do you like them? I'd seen I'd had some gas spewing out of this number 3 row unit, and sure enough, I had a hose pop out, and now that's all filled up with dirt, and that's going to be fun. Go see if I got a pick or something in the tractor to try to clean that hose or some wire or something. Well, I parked the tractor to hopefully be upwind while I worked on that, but the dang wind stopped blowing, and I got a nice little sniff of gas. And I figured before I did anything else, it would be a smart idea to mask up. This stuff can get away from you pretty quick if you're not careful, and when there's no wind in your favor, it can get away from you pretty damn quick. But we got that back together. Hopefully it stays good. I'm just gonna assume that it got a little too much pressure and it was that hose worked itself loose. It just bloop, plopped right out. Let's get this tank ran out. Co-op's gonna be coming out to pick this empty up here as soon as I get it empty, and we'll hook onto the big one, try to get this done. We got that bottom done. There was about, let me look, 37 acres in there, and Dad's helping me get moved right now. He'll pick me up, bring me back to his tractor, we'll get it moved over there, get my pickup.
Snapchat, the terrace was deeper than what he thinks you are up there on Clemens. Deeper than 20, but
and we are roading Dad's tractor down to the next farm we're going to. It took me about 20 minutes to get my tractor down there, and Dad was about 5 minutes of a tractor drive north of me, so which we're also taking the highway now, so it might go a little faster. The gravel road I was on, a little rough. Whoever gave me and Dad access to the John Deere sharing deal, they're having a hell of a time. We're finally on the same work group now. Dad's tractor is not showing his tractor nor my tractor on the screen, so I told him to shut down and restart. We will see what that does. It's gonna be getting dark soon, and we're just now opening up this field, so yeah, and it's cloudy. I have no idea what you just said. I might put the drone up. We'll see. If you ever wondered the difference between a knife bar and a no-till bar, there you have it. The no-till bar has literally like no disturbance to the ground compared to my knife bar, which basically acts as a ripper, chisel kind of deal. I don't really know how to explain it, but the no-till bar, you can essentially drop right in behind it and plant. It's about the equivalent of a strip till. And you could, technically speaking, strip till with my conventional knife bar. It's just a little different. Mine's a lot better if you want to open the ground up so it can air a little bit and warm up before you prepare it to plant. The no-till bar is great if you just want to drop right in and go. Oh man, look at that sky. That is beautiful. And you got Dad just rolling right on under it. Hell yeah, brother, that's awesome. That's beautiful. I'd love to put the drone up right now, but the damn wind's not blowing, and if I do get out of the tractor, I get gassed out, and that's not really something I enjoy doing in the middle of the field. So I'd say if we were both planting corn, that'd be one thing, but I don't really feel like getting gassed out, so we'll yap a little bit on here and there, and that'd be good enough. You guys got enough drone content for the day, I feel like, and you'll have plenty more in the future now that we're really starting to hammer down. Well, it's almost 7 o'clock now. We're still chugging along.
We'll see you, little dude. Hi, little dude.
Watching my in-laws stream. Hell yeah, brother. Also, if you ain't following Boys in the Woods on top of Brennan Hunt Custom, what the hell are you doing? He's about to hit 500,000 followers on Facebook. You better go get at it. Oh yeah, get her done, Brad. But guess what? I got a little trick up my sleeve. Bye-bye. All right, let's see if this POS Ford will start for me or not. Nope. Well, we're started now. Good Lord, Janice. I think I'm gonna have to go get me a set of batteries in the morning before we get started going. I also need to take this to the shop at some point. I think my high pressure oil pump line, either the fitting came loose or something's not doing its job. It's starting hard because I'm about positive it's losing its damn oil pressure, because it only leaks oil when you go to start the damn thing. But that's gonna do it for this one. I hope y'all enjoyed. We'll see you next time. Bye now.